This is way better than fucking do your fucking calculate. What people call, don't you? If you don't fucking do your calculus, you gotta do your calculus. You gotta do your calculus. If you don't do your calculus, you don't get no do your calculus. Oh, you gotta do your calculus. What fresh hell have you found? I didn't find shit. This is just the news. I didn't find shit. It's just the news, partner. I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you is what I know and what I don't know. I too test tomorrow. Oh, you people in school, why don't you all just give up? Why don't you all give up on your education and just go be a bunch of OnlyFans stars? Isn't that way better than getting an education? Isn't being on OnlyFans better than getting an education? I would believe so, but I'm just of a different breed. But yeah, we've reached the moment. We've reached moments where any news about this that doesn't go how one person wants is going to lead to a bunch of people crying about what they know and what they don't know. Oh yes, it is about the bond being reduced. I'm too young to do OnlyFans. But see, you're letting things stop you from You're letting things stop you from what it is you truly desire. I know that you want to do OnlyFans, you harlot whore. But your dreams that you don't want to admit out loud aside, we got a problem. Everyone, when things don't go their way and things that don't really concern them, they turn into legal experts. For those of you who don't know, because you barely care, and there's nothing wrong with barely caring, because shit like this happens all the time. Various people on both sides of their spectrum just needed something like this so that they could make some money for a while. Black kid killed white kid. And it's led to so much discourse that means absolutely nothing. And has let me know that no matter how far you go, no matter how far and wide, everyone sucks. And from all like the pointless, made up stories and fan fiction, we finally got some official type of news. The bond's been reduced. Much as predicted by several people, the bond was reduced from $1 million to $250,000. And I believe he was able to like walk out after they went through all that. And he's on house arrest. Some people have made it out to be that this man is just walking scot-free and just roaming the streets as if he's not going back in court to, see if this is going to go to trial, because they want you to believe that the justice system is that corrupt, even though it is in some scenarios, but they never want to have these conversations when it's, someone of a different skin color. I got somebody in my comment section, I think today, when I uploaded the video about the dumb fuck white kid. Oh, I noticed that you're not being as aggressive with the white kid as you are the black kid. Mind you, I made the prison rape joke again. And that was apparently missed. And it's like, y'all used to hate me with like creativity. Now it's just, y'all ain't got nothing. So you just insult me or say or try to make a sentence as if it's some gotcha. I'm sorry, white people suck. I'm sorry, black people suck. The only people who don't suck in this world are Latinas. It's because they swallow. And the sick part, I love it when people think that I'm not consistent in my anger. When I am. I really hate everybody. And that's what trauma does to you. You wanna learn how to lead a good life? Get traumatized by your own personal fuck ups and people fucking you over. That will make you achieve nirvana. And when you achieve nirvana, you will be at absolute peace. Not with the decisions you've made, because you're always going to be haunted by that, but you'll be able to navigate through people a little easier. I'm ready for this case to be over so everyone can move on. The sick part is, Natanya, I don't know if you've seen like any of the 3 videos I made. Here's the sick part. Once this is all over, whether if it ends within a month or 18 months or a fucking year, no one's going to care about this anymore until something similar happens and people could use this just like they're using George Zimmerman, Derek Chauvin, the dude who was on the subway. They're using these as gotchas without actually explaining in detail how these individuals are either in jail or out of jail. It's going to be the new George Floyd. Incorrect. Everybody wants, from both sides, everyone wants that new George Floyd. It really won't be in that same capacity. Sorry. I know people want it to be, but it's not really going to go down like that. The people who want it to be another George Floyd, they're currently bitching about a bond and pretending like this man has now completely gotten away with it when he's on house arrest, when he's like, he really can't go anywhere and he's going to have to go back into court. But they don't want to tell you that part. They think it's over for some reason, and we'll get to one of those key individuals in a moment, but it's not really over. Once this happens again, this will be another one that you, yeah. Because much like a school shooting, it's going to happen again. Now, it's the end of the school year for a lot of people, so, you know, it's not really going to be as bombastic as previous. But, you know, come August and September and October, you know, get ready to hear about school shootings again. And, you know, it's evil that I say it, but am I wrong? No, because we all live in the same world. Summary of events on Karmelo Anthony. It's incredible. Trespass to another team's tent. I need to stress this. Y'all being loose with this word. Trespassing. This wasn't a house. This wasn't property. It was an open area. That's not a state border. You can't claim trespass on an open area with a bunch of I don't want to call them seats. It's a bunch of open sections at an open track field. You can't. And then y'all wonder why I'm not giving my full opinion about this. And by full opinion, I mean, what do I think is gonna happen? Like putting all my chips in one basket. There's only 3 options. Plea deal, scot-free, going to jail for years. That's it. Anything else that's extracurricular, which does exist as an opportunity or a scenario rather, but I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to speak it into existence. Was told to leave, stabbed and killed a kid in response. Black people raised $500,000 in his legal defense. Black judge reduces, Jesus Christ. Black judge, and I could have sworn that father said, don't make it. Oh, speaking of the father, man, hold up. The only reason the only reason that creeped into my fucking mind is because I just remembered the father said, don't make it racial. Oh, what's the father's name? What happened to that? Nothing of like consequence, but something was discovered that made this very funny. Oh fuck, where's the, I don't have the fucking name of the dad, and is that his name? No. I should probably just type in Austin Metcalf father. Maybe that. I typed in McCalled. Jesus Christ, I can't spell. Father. Oh, okay. First of all, I do love this. White guilt is a mental illness. Again, I need to point this out. Father still had the best stance on all this shit. And you sycophants that just want your online race war so that you can make money, y'all are calling him a cuck because I guess he's more of a devout Christian, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, than you are.
It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life. I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this.
You hear that?
I don't appreciate some of the remarks I've seen online.
You hear that? So look, I'm not going to be able to find the video in order to make this joke land, but the father did one of these interviews and he was like, oh, I wonder how this kid was raised. I wonder how he was raised, in what environment he was raised in. On fucking cue, somebody found out that this dude is not somebody with the cleanest record. Ooh. Ooh. Now, when you sit there and have a conversation about other people's upbringing and who raised them and how they were raised, you either gotta have the squeakiest track record or you gotta admit, hey, I ain't no perfect person, but at least I done tried to improve in my life. Because, you know, that's way better. Because the alternative is shit like this. It's shit that don't mesh well. It's shit that don't correlate. So Buddy's on his own path of destruction, and it ain't looking too hot for him. I'm gonna just say it ain't looking too hot for him. But back to this: parents buy a new mansion with illegal defense money. And again, I need to stress this to y'all. If Kyle Rittenhouse can do the same thing, which is get money via legal and then spend that on lawyers and then go across the country giving like seminars on guns, yeah, Carmelo Anthony can absolutely do the same thing. Now, will he go on tours talking about knife use and self-defense? Who knows? Time will tell. But when y'all start picking and choosing and y'all weird anecdotes about how one is going to go about it, you're not really going to get too far. And I'm going to get to that later. I want to read this. Just 10% of the amount must be paid, meaning Anthony will likely be free very soon. Andrew Anthony said the fund was to be used for Anthony's legal defense, but he also disclosed that the cash will be used for security and to help the family move after threats they have allegedly faced since the killing. That's another thing. You fuckers don't look cool nor good sending threats to these people. You don't help your stance that you claim to care about Austin Metcalf when you sit there and you make open threats to a group of people who did not participate in the stabbing and murder. If you want to criticize Karmelo, fine. Why are we bringing this to other family members, which you know is a thing that occurs once a motherfucking name goes viral? I wish people would stop playing this game half-assed and trying to make it seem no one does anything like that. And that's just a bunch of people lying. Is it? Or are you just not willing to admit good next to bad? Because two things could very much be true. The revelation comes after a spokesperson for the family said that they can't leave their home after their address was leaked online, leading to graphic and racist threats, which included images of black children with knives stuck in their head. Anthony's attorney, Michael Howard, said regarding the money, it would be disingenuous to say that there isn't money, but it is not a bond fund. This family needs to be able to survive. The accused teen killer is expected to post bond later on Monday. He will have to wear an ankle monitor and won't be able to leave his parents' home without permission from Judge Angela Tucker. The teen wore a gold jumpsuit, handcuffs, and chains. So anyone telling y'all that he's walking scot-free, they're lying. And they're lying with purpose. They're lying so that you could be drummed up based on emotion by a justice system that's corrupt in a funny way. Why are they going after the family? Because they really can't get Karmelo because he was in police custody. So the best option is to go for the family. And again, time to bring up the judge. Time to bring up the judge. The judge made the decision, and I think in one of the articles it was stated that there's probably going to be someone else who's the judge when if this goes to like a trial and jury selection. She's not going to be the one residing over this shit. That didn't stop everybody online, because everyone online was like, oh, black privilege. Anthony Karmelo, not his name, will be placed on house arrest. He was released after his bond was reduced from $1 million to $250,000. The black judge who granted this has locked her X account. Would anyone want to venture a guess as to why someone would lock their Twitter account after going viral for something that a lot of people online who are not lawyers would be very upset about? Anyone want to venture a guess? Don't be quick to answer too fast, because I'm gonna just tell you, because you stupid motherfuckers online who think street justice is your way to actually achieve something are going to openly send threats to this woman, not realizing how stupid you sound and look. You are, as Janet put it, chronically online, and I wish you would actually calm it down. Harassing a judge for reducing bond and putting somebody on house arrest, you're out of your mind. You are one Wendy's burning down away from being just like BLM protesters, mad and uneducated and taking your anger out in the wrong type of way. And blasting the woman's face everywhere really don't make it better. I say that as I put her face on the screen. The judge who slashed Karmelo's Anthony Bond from $1 million to $250,000, need I say more? You probably should, because you're not really implying anything here, as if this is not the first time in history where a bond has been reduced from a set amount to another amount. It's not really that hard to figure out. I'm not really seeing the convoluted cabal of racial aspect going on here. I'm seeing a dumb fuck who's mad and really doesn't know how to do anything. You know? But if you noticed, I wonder if I could, yeah, I can. It's me. So of course I can. So when the news broke, I was asleep, and I knew when I woke up, I was going to find out that people were going to be very mad about something. All I had to do was type in Buddy's name, and I would have found that out. So this genius says, what? This is the video I uploaded like 7 hours ago. What? Not gonna update on the high school murderer? Mind you, this was when the bond was announced and reduced. Other than that, there's nothing else to talk about with this. Other than, I guess it was found out by somebody that there's video and that they're going over it. Now, if that shit gets released to the public, who knows? Time will tell. All I know is, if it does, oh, it's gonna get worse. 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 Karmelo got his bond reduced, and your favorite law experts, I ain't gonna point no elbows, none of them are lawyers, are running around crying like he's been found not guilty, which didn't happen. Sorry, because I felt emboldened. Sorry, I'm not wasting your time with 30 seconds of saying that, then spending the next 12 minutes pretending like I have substantial information when I don't. I still respect your time, and I don't want to waste it with nothing. My take is still the best one. Wait for more information to come out and stop listening to fan fiction. Still the best take. People want to pretend like this take is bad, but in reality, it's the best take. Because when you don't know nothing, what's the best option? Just wait. Just wait. If you wait, you'll be able to figure things out. Oh, look at this guy. People are always leaving these types of comments every time the smallest piece of new evidence comes out. Thanks for not being the creator that makes 102-minute videos with basic, non-critical information. Because what would I have done with this? Oh, his bond got reduced from $1 million to $250K. Oh shit, let me turn my camera on and tell you that. But that's all I would have said. Hey, the bond got reduced. Would you want me to be like, this is a travesty? Fuck, that's still a lot of money. And the only reason he was able to cover that was because of that fucking give, send, go. Because if they didn't have that, ooh, he'd be stuck in jail. He'd be stuck in jail. And that'd be the point. People still believing that they knew each other, and Austin and his brother bullied him. But hey, I still don't understand how you can murder someone and get out on bond. Like, you obviously proven you're a danger to society. Well, it's something you got to take up with the justice system. You got to take that up with the justice system. All the comments about, oh, this shouldn't happen, and this shouldn't happen, this shouldn't happen. Y'all taking this up with the wrong guy. Me, I'm just waiting for this shit to play out. I'm waiting for this shit to go by. That's at least an 8-minute video for the moolah. But see, then what would I do after I state the obvious? I wonder how the court case is going to be, because this might be interesting. It's going to go very boringly. There's going to be moments where someone says something and people be like, what? And then think that matters when it really doesn't. You're going to get a verdict of either a plea deal, a guilty, or a not guilty. And then once you get it, let's go about it like this. A plea deal, both sides are going to be mad because they either want him in jail forever or innocent and out of jail forever. And they're going to make all their fanatical takes about how the justice system is trash and how dare you not just let him go or keep him in jail forever or kill him outright. If he's found guilty, all the motherfuckers in the black community who seemingly don't have this same level of care and attentiveness to fucking have this same opinion when it's, you know, the same story that happens every single other fucking time. But, you know, if you point that out, you're a coon. They're going to be mad, saying that their Facebook fan fiction was real. And the people who want him thrown in jail, if he's found not guilty and is free to walk scot-free, these motherfuckers are going to run around saying, oh, but my take on Twitter, and I know everything about the justice system, and how dare you, and this is corrupt kangaroo court, and how dare this fucking lizard people of this world infect us like this. I don't think he's getting the death penalty. If you want any stance from me at this current moment, regardless of what happens, I don't think he's getting a death penalty. I don't think it's going. Like I said, plea, guilty, or not guilty. I've arrived to make your night. This is the perfect time for me to just ban you. You know what? I'll do something different. I'll do something different. I'll give you that. And you know what? Since I trust Natanya, I'll give you that. There. Waste my time, why don't you? But this guy has been giving his stance on Karmelo Anthony, and I want you to look at him. Take a good look at him, and what do you think his opinion on Karmelo Anthony is? Do you think he's going to say Carmelo's innocent, or do you think he's going to say Carmelo's guilty? That he did nothing wrong? Or you think that's what he's gonna say? Well, let's hear him. Oh wait, it's not the video. That's something about Greg Abbott. I don't care about that. I think this is the one that starts it off. Behold. Behold.
Oh, CJ Pearson here. I am sick and tired of seeing so many people in the black community defend every black wrong just because the person who committed the black wrong looks like us.
His nose is dented in a way that will make me very upset. Like, his nose is dented. And I'm just very.
Karmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf.
Oh, and by the way, that should let you know what his take's gonna be.
To death because Austin Metcalf allegedly touched his backpack. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really think that someone touching your damn backpack is reason enough to take their life.
Get the I'm sorry. I'm from New Orleans.
It is animalistic.
I'm from New Orleans. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to just like moments of silence. A motherfucker could just be like, get the gat, get the gat, get the gat, yeah, get the gat, get the gat, get the gat, yeah, get the. Fuck, I need to go back to the city. Ooh, whoa, shit. What is this? Oh my God. Oh God, what is this? 16-year-old Thomas Roy was arrested and charged with didn't I talk about? I think I talked about this on a stream. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. Them white kids, when them white kids get mad, they shoot up the school. I can't, bro. I be getting. I can't be letting it get to me because these people like don't have like an honest conversation in their bones. All they got is just, hey, I'm gonna catch you on this, bro. I would turn my camera on, but I don't want to like make all of you get wet and hard and get ready to masturbate to my presence. But I'm sorry, I got the smoke for everybody. Anything I see online, if it's stupid, I'm gonna have my fun with it. I'm definitely going to make a prison rape joke. And I will always do it. Why? Because why the fuck would I be nice to somebody who raped a kid? Why would I be nice to somebody who beats a child? They got a story about either a parent or a grandparent leaving their baby next to a pit bull, and you can imagine what happened next. Spoiler alert, it wasn't a cuddly, cute video that you could see of the dog protecting the baby. Oh, no, 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 no. But y'all gotta fucking stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop, y'all gotta stop hoping that I'm this closeted racist. I'm a full racist towards everybody. All races, I feel as though I'm superior than them. There is only one race, the Leon race. Depends on the age of the child. Now, I don't know the months. That looked like a 7-month-old child. Matter of fact, let's deviate before we continue our race war. Let me see. It had to have been like a 7-month-old child. Was it a pit bull? I think it was a pit bull. Jesus, they don't have it. Baby killed by pit bull. I should not type this in. I was right. Oh God, it was a 7-month-old. Look at this little baby. Now look at this baby and understand how tragic it is that a 7-month-old lost their life. Now I want you to look at this ominous fucking picture of this fucking murderous animal who should be turned into orange chicken. And you tell me, would you leave this fucking conniving little feral beast near this child unsupervised? Look at it. Look at this. I saw this picture and I was like, yep. This is fair beast. Just got here. What happened? Oh, we're talking about a 7-month-old. Look at this little baby. Look at this little cute little babu. And then look at its murderer. That fucking murderous animal beast. Feral. I want this dog euthanized immediately. Matter of fact, don't even do that. Bring me that dog. We gonna have some orange chicken tonight. No wonder pit bulls have a bad rap. The sick part is, if you leave your child, like small 7-month-old, around damn near any animal bigger than it, this is the outcome you have to have in like the front, back, and side of your mind. Yes, they left the dog alone with the baby. Sick work. Sick work, nasty work, sick work. Now back to race war. CJ Pearson here.
He touched his backpack. Now, I don't know about you.
How many badges we talking? How big is this dog? Is that the dog? Or is that the dog? Is that the dog? Or is that the dog? Or did they tag team him? Oh, they're both dogs. They're both dogs. Well, since it's two of them, that's about 30 batches. Maybe even 40, depending on how you cut them up. Oh, yeah. About 30, 40 batches of orange chicken. We eating good. We eating good. We eating good. Soul food. I'm sorry. I was watching Boondocks.
But I don't really think that someone touching your damn backpack is reason enough to take their life. It is animalistic, it is disgusting, it is depraved, and it is downright evil. But that still hasn't stopped some of those woke black liberals from...
Christ, Jesus. At what point? At what point can we just stop using these words? Like, I'm genuinely asking. These words don't mean shit no more. Y'all butchered these words to like such a horrible degree that, yeah, you do something differently to me, fascist. You do something differently for me, wokey. You do something different for me, communist. You do something different for me, border hopper. What happened to just calling a motherfucker a bitch? Like, what the fuck? That's a word that never loses meaning, bitch. Watch this. Harley Quinn, you a well-respected individual, and I'm glad that you're a moderator in my YouTube chat.
Coming onto this app and saying, well, he shouldn't have touched his stuff. Is this really where we're at as a country? Is this really where we're at as a community? That we are okay with violence, even though it is so obviously undeserved, that we are willing to defend it?
First, stop redeeming channel points every time I do something already. Fuck, I'm drinking. You hear this? That's the sound of a fucking water bottle I'm drinking out of. Stop watching me.
I think that if we don't defend this black kid for committing murder, that somehow it'll look unfavorable or disfavorable. This kid of our...
Yes, I do remember like all those people speaking at that Republican convention, calling that woman the Antichrist. Which is why when you people try to make your fucking excuses, I just look at you with the greatest eyebrow raise of all time and just be like, so you're selective. It's cool when you do it, but you're going to cry like a bitch when it's done back to you.
Community. Guys, I don't know about y'all, but this kid doesn't represent me at all. As a black man, as a young man, he doesn't.
Nigga, you at least 35.
At all. And I think, to be quite frank, if he wants to act like an animal, we should treat him like an animal. And he should get the death penalty.
He's not getting the death penalty. Hold on, text it. So look, I don't mean to be that guy, but if you're not paying attention to what's been said by the lawyers and the attorneys, he's not getting the death penalty. I don't mean to just like throw away my good prediction from earlier. Who was it? I think Ahsoka brought it up, or somebody else brought it up. But he's not getting the death penalty. He's not at that age where you could give him that. Sorry, just want to throw that out there for y'all.
Yo, I'm gonna have to pop.
Oh my God, he cut his mustache.
Y'all.
He doesn't look better. He looks worse. Why is his nose still bent? Why is his nose still bent? Damn. Why this side? Yeah. He transitioning? Maybe.
Yo, I'm gonna have to pop off for a little bit. The tribalism in the black community needs to end. It needs to end. Point blank period, it needs to end. The same.
But it's not going to end because, unfortunately, tribalism exists in every ethnicity's community. As a born and raised New Orleanian, it is breaking my heart that for the past 2 days, I'm seeing Africans get very upset at the city of New Orleans for Zulu parades. I'm very disheartened about that. Because now we got the black community and now we got the African community colliding. And the whole time, the whites are just sitting back, soaking it all up. His head is very round. It's crazy.
People who tried to make George Floyd a hero, who built statues of the man and compared him to MLK.
So look, we all know that was crazy. Like comparing the man to MLK, a wild bar. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, that's a wild bar. I'm not gonna lie to you. His head looks slim. LeBron donated it. Can we not? I ain't gonna lie. I paused it on this man's face. Boy, his mouth like that looked like an asshole. And I'm talking about one that did got. Hold on, let me get close to the mic as I say this. Penetrated, like Jesus. And Glow Squid, I appreciate the follow. Welcome to the realm. Around these parts, you know what I might do tomorrow?
I don't really want to get gangbanged.
Who does? It's so impractical. Hey, we got a $23 Sky Pack. Come holler.
That was timed a little bit too perfectly. You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow on Twitch? I'm about to play Persona again. You know why? Because you never see it coming. That time it was a little bit too on the fucking nose. Like, I don't know how I'm able to do that shit. I've done that shit so many fucking times.
Who does? It's so impractical. Hey, we got a $23 Sky Pack. Come holler.
I'm in pain. Here's the rest of my bits. I have a left tonsil infection. Oh my God, go to the dentist. Wait, is that the dentist or is that the hospital? I feel like that could be both in any capacity. Either way, I hope you get that cleaned out and uninfected. You hear me? I hope you get that nice and situated. It's the dentist. See, I knew it was one of them. I just didn't know which one. I'm sorry. I'm not a dental expert. But I hope you get that uninfected and you're able to use your mouth in the ways that God intended, which you could take in any direction that you want. Don't use your mouth like the guy on the screen. This asshole lips. We don't need that.
Are now trying to make 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, who stabbed to death an innocent young boy, simply because he touched his backpack, a victim. Someone who committed cold-blooded murder, a victim. A victim of circumstance, a victim of retaliation, whatever. I don't care. There is no world in which Karmelo Anthony is a victim.
I mean, the real Karmelo Anthony was a victim of being mistreated in New York City, and it was very much upsetting, but we're talking about this Karmelo Anthony.
We need to divorce ourselves from this false notion that just because someone looks like us, we need to defend everything that they do. That's how we end up defending people like R. Kelly. That's how we end up...
No. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Flag on the play. Misuse of black figures as a way to try to prove your point. $50 million penalty. The consequence, you can go be a slave for some white people. You could be a slave for real forever. You go ahead and be a slave for them. Cause I'm gonna speak for me. Now, I don't know about the rest of y'all, specifically you women, especially if y'all got like mamas who are like in their 40s and 50s. Me no rock with R. Kelly. Me no rock R. Kelly. No. Me no rock with R. Kelly. Oh no. Oh no. Now, having said that, I did laugh my ass off at the "Do you have your passports? Did you get your shots?" And also, The fucking song that came out, which to this day still don't know if that was just AI or his own fucking voice. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck this stream. It's 10 o'clock at night. We vibing. Like, we fucking vibing right now. Where's that song? Is this can't be it. This was 6 years ago. This can't be it. Wait, it might be. Is this it? No, that's not it. This is it.
Want to get gangbanged.
Who does? It's so impractical. Hey, we got a $23 Scat Pack. Come holler.
You see, it says an anonymous gifter, but glow. Oh wait, no. Fuck.
Who does? It's so impractical.
I
Hey,
thought
we
I-
got a
I thought I-
$23 Scat Pack. Come holler.
I thought I figured out the mystery of who be anonymously gifted, but I need y'all to listen to this.
I admit I'm a freak. Used to go to strip clubs every week. But who these niggas trying to say I am? Man, I'm not, and I put that on chief. I admit I fuck with all the ladies. That's both older and young ladies. But tell me how they call it pedophile because of that shit, that's crazy.
Listen to me. I shit you not. The first comment, EDP is crying to this song. Like, be ungodly fucking for real. EDP is crying to this song. Still fucking has me wheezing. And I wish people would stop this shit. Stop this madness.
You may have your opinions, entitled to your opinions. But really, am I supposed to go to jail or lose my career because your opinion? Yeah, go ahead and stone me. Point your finger.
Stream. I'm gonna get an email later talking about how this stream is blocked in several countries because I'm sitting there playing this shit.
At me, turn the world against me, but only God can mute me. I admit that I fired some people. I admit that I hired new people. I admit that those people I fired on my mama was crooked ass people. I admit that I don't own my music. I admit that I will own my music. Want it back, but they don't wanna do it. What the fuck, nigga? I wrote that music. I did that bump and grind. I did that 12 play. I did that fed up. I changed the damn game. So I deserve me a fair play. So put some respect on my damn name.
I'm still waiting on Trapped in the Cell. I wonder how he's doing in jail. Is he okay? Is he being forced to sing for people in order to like not give it up? Imagine him just being in a corner of a prison cell with two dudes with their dicks just hard hanging down. And they want him to hit an octave real fucking fast. And if he don't hit that octave good enough, he gets stuffed. Like, I should not be saying this shit.
Now Wendy Williams mad with me, but I ain't never offer her no drink. But I admit that she asked me, can I get a little Hennessy? Then we both turned off our phone. We drink, I smoke, we talk. And I admit that I told it all, from my good points to my faults. She said, what about Aaliyah? I said, love. She said, what about the tape? I said, hush. I said, my lawyer said...
This is the worst. I don't know if this is like the best or the worst of AI. What category is this in? Somebody gotta help me. What category is this in? Is this in like the best or the worst of AI? This can't be real. I'm sorry. Like, I gotta find out. One way or another, I gotta find out. Some way, somehow.
Don't say no, but I can tell you I've been
This being the song Drake turns up to is crazy. Natanya, you should be ashamed of yourself.
set up. I admitted how ever since the first day, that without knowing I signed my publishing away. I admitted I was young and caught up and so blind, yeah. Said I had dyslexia, couldn't read all them contracts, yeah. And now the truth in this message is I'm a broke-ass legend. The only reason I stay on tour is cause I gotta pay my rent. I never thought that it would come to this, to being the most disrespected artist. So I had to write a song about it, cause they always take my words and twist it. Believe me, it's hard to admit all this, but I'm in my feelings about this shit. But I had to set the fucking record straight. So I admit it, I made it. I admit it, I did it. I admit it, I did. I admit it, I did it. I admit I love Steve Harvey.
Poor Steve Harvey. Bald, Cat Williams cooked him, and now he implicated? Like, come on.
John Legend and Tom Joyner, they're doing good in their lives right
Hold on, wait, leave Tom Joyner out of this immediately.
now. Why would they want to tear down another brother? Women show black men some love, cause black men, we go through enough. How can we?
Now look, black men do go through a lot. I don't know too many black men that's going through what R. Kelly going. They got some of them that's going through that, but not enough for me to be like, yeah, let me bump some R. Kelly so that I can feel a black man's pain.
We get up off the ground when we're steady tearing each other down. I admit that the devil is busy, and some people beside me ain't with me. I admit that I'm gonna do this music up until the Lord come get me.
The Lord came and got you, bro.
Now, I admit a family member touched me. Touch me, touch me, touch me. From a child to the age 14. Yeah. While I laid asleep, took my virginity. So scared to say something, so I just put the blame on me. Now here I am and I'm trying my best to be honest.
We was really supposed to only listen to the one part, but now I'm just sitting here like, I've never listened to the full song, so I'm just sitting here like, how worse can this get?
Cause there's forces out there trying to keep me from being an artist. I admit I'm at rock bottom, and this shit has rocked my mind. I'm calling on my hood, come walk by my side. They don't want me to shine. Women's group, my God. Now don't get it twisted, I do support them, but why they wanna bring down the art? Damn, this is breaking my heart. Cause from fathers, mothers, sons and daughters, I'm a part of the music culture. Spotify took me off their playlist.
For good reason, mind you.
I admit that I've been underrated. I'm not convicted, not arrested, but drag my name in the dirt. All this work to be successful, and you abandoned me cause of what you heard. I admit I am not perfect. I never said I was perfect. Say I'm abusing these women. What the fuck, that's some absurd shit. They brainwashed.
If he somehow correlates that hog tie shit in here, I'm gonna cry of laughter.
Kidnap, really? Can't eat, really? Real talk, that shit sounds silly. And if you really, really wanna know.
How long is this? It's 7 minutes. We're at the 4-minute mark.
Her father dropped her off in my show and told his boy to put her on the stage. I admit that she was overage. I admit that I was feeling her, and I admit that she was feeling me. I admit that that's just some shit that come with being a celebrity. I ain't chasing these ladies, no. These ladies are chasing me, yeah. And I'm only saying all this shit cause how they tryna play me, yeah. I admit that this is no disrespect to the parents, but this is my advice to you cause I'm also a parent. Don't push your daughter in my face and tell me that.
I don't care if this is AI. Play this shit at his neck. The next time he try to bond out or get let out for free, play this song and lock him up for another 30. Lock him up for another 30 years. Just cause of this shit.
It's okay, cause your agenda is to get paid and get mad when it don't go your way. I know y'all look at me like I don't go through things, but I'm human. I know it's hard sometimes, but try to keep in mind that I'm human.
He's human.
Fuck all the fortune and fame, forget the name. I'm a human. I can't believe all the under the table shit they doing. I'm tired of fingers pointed at me. I'm tired of all this weight on me. I'm tired of everybody wanting a piece of me. Shit, I'm not an ATM machine. What do I do when I can't do what I do?
This might be the worst time to bring this up, but how come none of y'all told me that CVS stood? Wait, what's? Fuck. Nah, I lost it. When the fuck were any of y'all gonna tell me that CVS stood for Consumer Value Stores? Like, when were any of you gonna tell me that? And also, for anybody who never knew, you're not supposed to say ATM machine. ATM stands for automated teller machine. You're not supposed to be saying, hey, let me go to the automated teller machine. Machine is already in it as the M. Lock him up for decades. Like, what did he say? Rewind that back?
I can't believe all the under the table shit they doing. I'm tired of fingers pointed at me. I'm tired of all this weight on me. I'm tired of everybody wanting a piece of me. Shit, I'm not an ATM machine.
ATM stands for automated teller machine. This, lock him up. He deserves to be put in prison for this. Whatever else he did was just part of the plan, which sounds crazy when you say it out loud. But he should be in jail for calling an ATM an ATM machine.
What do I do when
the song's almost over.
I can't do what I do? How can I win if I can't win?
Leon, he's already in prison? Oh my God, since when? Stupid ass motherfucker.
With truth. Got a couple of dead homies that I promised I would make it out this shit. And I know that God's hands is on me, nigga. I'm gonna make it out this shit. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I claim it. The storm's over. I admit I talked to Miss McGlynn. FYI, that's my second mother. I admit that I asked her, how am I gonna get the world off my shoulder? She said, son, don't you lose it. Sometimes you gotta go through it. They can say what they say, but at the end of the day, they cannot deny your music. Cause your
he's right about that one. Cause a couple of y'all grandmas, if they still on this earth, I believe I could fly.
music has touched people. It inspired all people overseas, everywhere. Don't worry, don't care. Cause the anointing is on you. And that's why these haters is at you. So just keep on doing you, baby. You don't have to give these fools an explanation. I admit it, I admit it. I admit it, I did it. I admit it, I did. I admit it, I did it.
The song is done. What are we thinking? Emmy Award winning? I think he's got a chance to make things happen for the better. All right, now back to this.
You have defending people like O.J. Simpson.
The culture shock from going from walnut-headed man with a cum-stained mustache patch on his mouth to an entire R. Kelly sing-along session back to the walnut head. You know what? I'm coining it. I am the most confusing streamer of all time.
That's how we end up defending people like Bill Cosby.
Wait a minute. Who the fuck was defending Bill Cosby? Who besides like y'all grandmas was defending Bill? Wait a damn minute. Cause my memory is strong enough. Which one of you rapscallions was defending Bill? A bunch of middle-aged moms. That is true. But it wasn't enough to make it sufficient. I'm never gonna forget that video of Bill. I think he was walking back to his car after like a hearing. Man, that motherfucker did some type of strut. That had to be the funniest fucking shit I ever seen. Cause that motherfucker was walking and then he just like whipped his head back. Boy, you could not stop me from cackling at that shit. I was gobsmacked.
It's wrong. I don't care what you look like, if you're blue, green, yellow, orange, white, orange, or turquoise. If you do wrong, I'm going to call balls and strikes. Wrong is wrong. And what Karmelo Anthony did was point blank wrong. Murder is wrong. This should not be profound. It is simply common sense. Or at least I thought it was. And so all these black social justice warriors online saying that we need to hear the other side, here is the primary fact.
I mean, you kind of do need it because that's a part of the whole innocent until proven guilty thing. And I'm sorry, but as cut and dry as we want things to be, a lot is really just more than what it would seem.
That we're dealing with. A young boy is dead over a backpack because a kid who didn't know how to control himself because of the conditions around which he was raised. And that is a travesty. But that doesn't make him a victim.
His head is just shaped in a way that just makes me want to slap it. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just want just clean, just quick little 1-2.
Now, guys,
Because he's not done. No, I'm sorry, California, he's not done.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. White people deserve some credit today. Because why in the hell?
What? Huh? Bro, what? You just talked all that shit about tribalism and how it's bad. Bro, they got white people threatening the family. They got white people trying to dox these people. Like, what are you talking? What? Huh? What? It's like, ugh. What are you talking about, man? Ugh. Like, huh? How we get here? How we get here don't make no sense. At least not to me.
Now, guys, I'm gonna be real with y'all. White people deserve some credit today. Because why in the hell is Karmelo Anthony, that 17-year-old murderer, walking around the streets of Texas a free man?
Again, he's not walking around as a free man. He can only leave the premises with the approval of the judge. And that's every time he steps out the crib's naive. He can't just walk out. He has to have an ankle monitor on. Stop it. Stop lying. What happened to his head? Why is his head dented to the left? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Like, look at his nose and look how it dips down. It dips down, but like all right here is shifting to the left. What's wrong with him? What the hell's wrong with him?
How is that even possible? This is...
When people see, niggas want me to be this dumb, but I'm not anymore. Like, you're supposed to have these type of slow ass fucking takes in college, fresh out of high school too. You're not supposed to have this shit when you pushing 40. You're supposed to understand that the justice system is a very boring and slow process unless they decide to kick it up a notch. They don't kick it up a notch every time, but when they do, sometimes it's a spectacle. Bro got mollywopped at some point. It had to have been like during his head's development. So this is an abused victim. So now it's not really like, look at his nose. He got punched in his nose going down and he has never recovered from that. He didn't got like launched in his nose before, and unfortunate that it happened. But
an animal who killed a 17-year-old boy over a damn book bag, and right now in the state of Texas, he is a free man.
No, he's not.
Not only is he a free man,
he's not a free man.
He's a man who is a lot more wealthier today than he was when he went into the jail cell. because the social justice warriors and BLM domestic terrorists have raised hundreds of thousands.
Now look, again, y'all using these words just loose. What BLM got to do with it? Just because niggas donated don't mean BLM all the time. It don't mean BLM all the time. It could mean it sometimes, but all the time? Your nose is like that because of bad hygiene? No. You just fucking stink. Go take a bath or a shower. What medical advances in society did I miss where if you have bad hygiene, your nose becomes deformed? You know what? I live in a world where that's a possibility at this point.
Thousands of dollars in his name because apparently murder is excusable.
I've never heard a fucking right-winger sound like a SJW before in my life until today. This sounds terrible. That 17-year-old murderer! Like, I can't, bro. Your voice. God, could you put a dick in your mouth already? Jesus. It sound like you just begging for it. And I do mean begging for it. Begging. You're begging for some dick, aren't you? You're begging for that sweet succulent. And again, his mouth. Look at his mouth. Look like you just gotta fit one in. That sound effect was not supposed to make me laugh. That sound effect was not supposed to get me the way it did, but it did.
Just because he looks like us. Yeah, that's a damn shame. It's disgusting. Now imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if Karmelo Anthony was a white man, or actually imagine if he was a white man who was a police officer.
Bad comparison, considering there are people who put money on Derek Chauvin's books, and a Jewish man has conveniently stopped talking about how he wanted to free this man after he got chewed out for wasting everybody's time, knowing full well that he's not going to be a free man.
And all of a sudden, his bail was reduced heavily, and he was.
Did he call Karmelo a man, but Austin a boy? I thought they were the same age. They are the same age, but you see, people like this want you to forget that part. Like, they're two kids. Like, I've made that mistake too, where I've just been like, oh, this man, and then I got to correct it immediately because that's not a man. It's these boys. It's unfortunate that this boy did grown man shit, which is kill somebody, but that don't make him a man.
Just allowed to walk out of jail scot-free.
This lighting doesn't do him any favors. You thought he had natural sunlight in the last video. Nothing's doing him favors. You know what to do him a favor? You know how they got them brown paper bags that you just like cut holes in and you just see and breathe out of? We can do that. Yeah. That'll work.
Oh, America would be burning to the ground right now. And that's not...
America or just like one city? One city, you know. I'm saying that like I'm good. Let me stop for one of you motherfuckers in here be like, so you're okay with cities burning? Jeez. I forget. I can't make jokes around you sensitive people. But let me start making them trans jokes. I got y'all in the palm of my hand again.
Me speculating. I know this to be true because it happened just a few years ago. When the BLM thugs didn't get their way, they set America on fire.
I mean, true. It's a very true point. Just like when the conservatives didn't get their way, they went in on January 6th.
That is exactly what happened. But you won't see that happen in this case.
Why not? You just ended the video, buddy. You didn't really give me anything of substance here. You didn't give me anything of note. You're just like, rear. And another thing. I can't with his voice. It's another thing. COVID did him a favor. That mask can help. Are we sure he doesn't snort white powder? I don't know what this guy does in his personal life. And you know, who knows what he does? But it's the fact that I could just see how my hand would be printed and indented into his fucking forehead if I slapped the ever-loving shit out of him, I'd be sanguine right now. Now, before we delve deep into the cesspool that we know we're going to get into in a moment, I saw this tweet, and this was the tweet that made me say, you know what? I could go live today. Because again, people are deciding that it's in their best interest to lose their ever-loving fucking mind. If this was a proper country, this is a white woman saying this, by the way. If this were a proper country, Karmelo would be publicly executed by the state for murdering a defenseless kid. Huh? If this were a proper country, what is our definition of a proper country? Because shit like this only gets said when it's about things you favor. If this were a consistent country, a lot of people would be executed. But because I live in a world where people value a fan fiction more than they value actually waiting for information and being critical upon that information, we get fan fiction novels. Instead, he's walking away free. No, he's not. And his parents fundraised $400,000 to buy a brand new house. It's not saying what. I'm not saying what, but something needs to be done about this. What do you mean you're not saying what? You just created a sentence saying what you want to happen. Y'all not sending y'all best to talk about these subjects. Like, yeah, unfortunately for y'all not sending y'all best, and then y'all wonder why, like, people ostracize themselves away from you. Yeah, they're using the money for security and a different location because their address got leaked. I find that to be a perfectly acceptable reason to get the fuck out of the current place you live because, yeah, when you got people like Sarah running around, you're not really going to have too much faith in what's going on in the world. You're just not. The cross in the name says it all. Yeah, you know, the more I traverse this world, the more I understand that there is no real hatred other than Christian love. Because those people there, something about them. I can tell you're getting nervous. You can relax, my friend. Oh, God. I'm set up in ways that make everything feel good. I prefer conservative anime watchers. You prefer people that just want to say the lamest take possible. I need y'all to remember it's important to have fun in this world.
Well, here's...
Good night. Got out of there fast, huh? Now, today we found out that the bond got reduced. I wonder how this reaction is going to go. I wonder how the quartering shall respond. I'm saying this like I've watched this. Quartering's co-host has trial April 22nd. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's gonna be something I'm really interested in. Because remember, if it's the same one, he bonded him out. The quartering bonded a man out who's on tap for beating his girlfriend. And his premise was, that's my friend and I believe he's innocent. Ooh, you bitch. You bitch. Also, bored. So you know what that means. Game. We can't just sit here and look at that face all day. We need something. We need something in the background and just make it all worthwhile. And me playing football with my team being named the $5 biggie bag. I feel like it could work out for us all.
It's a development I wish I could say that I didn't see coming, but by the time you're seeing this video, Karmelo Anthony will be out of prison. And his family will have raised close to $500,000, and Austin Metcalf will still not be with us.
Duh. I don't know what you thought was going to change.
Brother will still be haunted by what he saw that day. And a new report that...
Yeah, just like those kids were haunted about that, school shooting that you think Alex Jones was in the right for saying it was fake. Haunting goes various different ways.
There's actually existing video of the confrontation before the incident took place, which could change everything. Somewhere, Tim Pool is rubbing his hands together, hoping that it might prove him correct. Just kidding, Tim. Nothing but love. But let's get into this story.
Oh, yeah. That's another development. Tim Pool is operating with the take that it was self-defense, which shocked me. But, Tim's taking it based off of Texas law, which is a fine way to go about it. Going based off of the law in the state, you could come to some type of conclusion, but who knows how that goes about in the future. And boy, did them conservatives get mad at him. Wonderful.
Because it's absolutely crazy. I'm so surprised and kind of shocked that this stuff's been so predictable. By the way, shout out
Yeah, bro, I care so much about Austin Metcalf. Let me shill this coffee where I'm still in debt, by the way. But because I'm still in debt, I must, through every actual way possible, I gotta actually cover this and shill this coffee. I gotta shill that coffee, baby. We're not listening to that.
Please have video of Austin Metcalf, Karmelo Anthony confrontation before stabbing occurred. Now, this is something I 100% expected to see. We're at a high school. We're at, everybody's got their phones out. I suspect this is going to show that Austin Metcalf was a little more aggressive than maybe people thought. Obviously, that's not going to justify what Karmelo Anthony did.
I don't know about that. Also, pick, and we're going to send this bitch to the Chris Naive. If there's video evidence, and it were to show, not Karmelo, but Austin Metcalf initiating contact and being a little bit more rough than what the brother made claim about, we gonna be walking away saying what? Self-defense. If that video shows Austin Metcalf being way more aggressive than how it's originally been portrayed, do not be surprised at self-defense. Oh, but why is a kid walking around with a knife? What an honest question. A question that really won't get an answer to satisfy anybody. But just know, shit looking a little dicey.
And it is still my opinion.
I ain't gonna lie. This is probably the first time in a long time I'm hoping video get leaked to this shit. Because now you got people salivating. Now you got people weary. And I'm going to be aggravated if the video is blurry as all fuck.
That Karmelo Anthony, with purpose, escalated that situation.
Why are online schizos? Well, they're not Let's be very careful here. Some of them are, and they're not really doing it with any form of perspective. They're just saying it because of reason. The self-defense case, or the self-defense argument, not case, stems from the potential and the wording of Karmelo Anthony talking about what happened and then asking the officer if that constitutes a self-defense. That's part of where that comes from. The question remains, will that hold? And that is something that a trial will have to tell. Oh, look at who it is. It's fucking Gaming Wish. Gaming Wish sent me, for some fucking reason, in the middle of the fucking night, a thumbnail that she later used for her stream this morning of Emma Frost, I think that's the character, with egregiously BBL level thighs, and she captioned it, "Thick thighs save lives," and I've never been more embarrassed at a white woman in my life. Like, what do you know about that
situation, so that he could use the weapon he brought and take Austin Metcalf's life? That's my opinion based on 5 different witness, renditions of.
Matters how he looks at the law. The problem is, where are you bringing up the law? Because you cannot compare, for example, I'm not saying this is where you live, or if this is where you live, my bad for just putting it on the nose. Say if you live in a place like Washington, not DC, but Washington, Seattle, Washington. their law on self-defense could be way different than Texas's, because Texas has that stand your ground shit. And if that video goes in the way of making Austin look like he was the full aggressor to the point where somebody would have to defend themselves, ooh, that stand your ground law gonna come into play. That shit is going to come into play the funniest way possible.
Everything that was said as of right now.
Thick thighs absolutely save lives. And if you disagree with that, then you're just some scrawny-legged bitch. You're just some scrawny-legged bitch. Shout out to the op block. For what? I was putting that fucking dumbass Discord call where motherfuckers are accusing each other of being pedophiles. One person screaming British cigarette over and over and over, getting mad that he's being made fun of for being acoustic. Like, I don't know.
Now
The two cases I cited are from Texas. Oh, well, never mind. That's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. People are going to try to like bring up different cases. They gotta be based in Texas because of that whole stand your ground law. And motherfuckers gonna be finicky with that. And finicky how?
Who does? It's so impractical. Hey, we got a $23 Scat Pack. Come holler.
I appreciate the follow. Welcome to my Scat Pack and the realm. But people are gonna be very finicky about this shit. Why? Well, because they're desperate for a little bit more attention than they would have you believe.
Remain convinced until I see any evidence otherwise that Austin went under that tent to get out of the rain, perhaps. But then, when told to leave, he made the decision to escalate at
You misspoke. You meant Karmelo.
multiple instances due to, just based on witness testimony, until such a point in which he could take Austin Metcalf's life. That is not even up for debate for me. Authorities have collected video evidence of the confrontation between two Texas teens that resulted in the incident during the high school track meet in Texas on April 2nd. Karmelo has been charged with first degree in the passing of Austin Metcalf. Police said that he allegedly confessed to it, and then immediately...
It's the way that I auto-locked on a completely different character and nosedived in the opposite fucking direction.
He made a claim of self-defense. It's like, we know that he said, touch me, see what happens. Punch me, see what happens. You know, he was trying to escalate the scenario. In my opinion, he must have had some sort of fantasy of being able to take someone's life, as we find more evidence of him getting in other physical altercations. I'm sure you're shocked to find out, which we're going to talk about later in this video. Dominic Alexander of Next Generation Action Network, a civil rights organization, informed the public at a press conference on April 8th that investigators have collected video of the confrontation and urged the community to stop spreading misinformation about the case. He was, at the time, until today, in which he is out among the free, which we're going to talk into later.
Oh, he is not. No, he is not. No, he is not. No, he is not.
He had been held in custody under $1 million bail. One witness said that Metcalf touched Anthony, while the other said he grabbed Anthony during the confrontation. According to the report, the incident has since garnered national attention, not only due to the tragic loss of a young athlete, but also
But the racial aspect!
because obviously the race difference. Now, again, let's say the worst is true. The worst anyone has said, okay, the worst anyone has said about this confrontation is that Anthony Metcalf grabbed Karmelo. That's the worst that anyone has said. And let's say we believe that that even happened. It could have happened. High school athletes, hotheads, whatever, maybe grabbed him to take him out of the tent. That,
Not gonna lie to you, that would cause me to start swinging. What you mean you grabbing me? I don't know about
that
that.
would not justify the use of deadly force, as has been explained multiple times from multiple lawyers who are experts on self-defense, including one of the most popular ones who has a YouTube channel called The Law of Self-Defense. I mean, if they have video of it, I don't suspect we're going to find anything new. Meanwhile...
what are you talking about? The new would be video evidence to either prove somebody's point or end this fucking story.
You see loved ones and fellow teammates were seen walk into a service wearing football jerseys from Metcalf. He played on the Frisco Memorial football team. You see everyone wearing their football jerseys to support him. His father, Jeff Metcalf, told the outlet how proud he was of his late son. He was on the right track, doing everything right. Jeff emotionally described the moment he saw his son pass away at the funeral, telling the outlet, "When I kissed his forehead today, as his body was cold, I ran my fingers through his hair. I told him, this is not goodbye. I'll see you later. I'll join you at some point too, son. You just beat me to this place." I mean, it's just, he has nearly $450,000. I mean, his family's raised $500,000. I know, by the way, did I tell you he's out? Yeah, well, they let him out today. If there is video of the altercation, I don't know if that changes much of anything.
What are you talking about? See. This is the shit I mean. If there's video evidence, which the authorities say that there is, that significantly changes everything, because it's either going to prove somebody right or prove them wrong. It changes nothing for you and I, because you and I are the bystanders. But in terms of Karmelo, it significantly would change something, because if the video proves self-defense, guess who's probably gonna walk or get maybe a light sentence with probation on it? Karmelo. If it proves Karmelo, just like, let's play this game. Let's say the video is Karmelo sitting under a tent, they trying to tell him get up, and he just start hacking and slashing. Like this is a Ninja Turtle game back in the early 2000s. He's about to quit, just so you all know. He's going to jail. But if he's getting grabbed or punched or kicked, and then he start hacking and slashing, of course motherfuckers gonna claim self-defense. It's gonna be a bookend. And the only people who are gonna be overly bombastically mad about it are the people who have dug their heels into their own take, refusing to acknowledge anything new.
To be honest with you,
like the person you see on the screen.
I don't know if that makes, in my opinion, I doubt he probably did more than maybe grab him and try and remove him from the tent. That would not have justified the taking of his life. And there are lots of folks out here trying to justify it. Here is a video from Kaizen, who seems to put out, well thought out video saying this.
To the black people who are saying that when Carmelo Anthony killed Austin Metcalf, Austin got what he deserved, what are we doing?
Rosa Parks days is over. You cannot think that you can...
Rosa Parks had a car, and that's why I hate... Y'all, you motherfuckers. Ooh, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. Ooh, you motherfuckers. Rosa Parks had a car. Also, what the fuck this got to do with Carmelo Anthony being released? This ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Move somebody out of a seat that you don't own.
A bitch with a take. Ooh, how very serendipitous.
Rosa Parks. It's so funny how many folks in this community are coming out and being like, well, if you touch us, we'll kill you. You should know that. We should know. You should know. You should know that we're unpredictable, aggressive people. That's what...
Excuse me. This woman doesn't represent me. This woman don't represent what I got going on. The fuck? Even though that mouse tool stay on me for a reason, but that's because humans are unpredictable.
That's what their arguments are basically reducing down to.
And think that it's going to be okay.
Can't touch us or we'll take your life.
And you can't determine how I'm going to retaliate on you when you put your hands on me in an aggressive manner.
Oh, if I touch... Okay, so if you touch them, they'll kill you. That's what they're saying. That's what this woman's saying.
Austin Metcalf got exactly what he deserved.
Oof.
But white people, obviously not all of you.
Okay.
Would you say the same thing if that was a white kid who killed a black kid? There are fake reports going around on the internet about what happened. So here's what actually happened according to the official police report. Carmelo and Austin were at a high school track meet. Carmelo was in the wrong tent. He was from Centennial High School, but was in the tent for Memorial High School. Austin told Carmelo that he was in the wrong tent and needed to move. Carmelo told Austin, touch me and see what happens, while putting his hand in his bag. Then Austin either touched or pushed Carmelo. Carmelo then said, punch me and see what happens. So Austin then grabbed Carmelo. Carmelo then pulled a knife out of his bag, stabbed Austin in the chest, and ran away. Austin died. When the police found him, Carmelo admitted that he did it, but asked if he could claim self-defense. Now look, Austin made mistakes. He shouldn't have touched Carmelo. He shouldn't have grabbed Carmelo.
Maybe.
And
yeah,
he did.
Fuck you mean, maybe. Keep your hands to yourself. It's like in any interaction, fuck one where motherfuckers just like got knives on them. Just keep your hands to yourself. Your hands, they are deadly weapons. They cause problems in the world.
Didn't deserve to die for it. It's tragic that neither of these young men had learned better conflict resolution skills. And let's be honest, on the scale of physical aggression, Austin was a 3. Carmelo was a 10. Carmelo went to a track meet with a knife. Carmelo went to the wrong tent with a knife. Carmelo chose to stay in that tent after being asked to leave. Carmelo
with a knife
chose to use a weapon on an unarmed human. This should
with a knife
be complicated.
With a knife.
It also shouldn't be racial, but it's getting treated that way. I see black people leaping to the defense of Carmelo with their words and their dollars. I see the killer's family raising as much money as the family of a kid who was killed. People donating to Carmelo.
What about that was racial? And also, it's convenient how the guy in the corner of this video is nodding along after he just made it racial. It's shit like that that just makes me giggle.
Would you do the same if he killed another black kid? What if a white kid had...
Nope.
Hey, wait a minute. Ooh, you just made it racial. Man, with brownish ends on your dreads, you just made it racial. Hello. See? I told y'all. I told y'all, shit like this is always going to be racial. You can't dance around it. You can't, oh, well, this will be the way. You can't. It'll always be racial. Even the people who are trying their best to be like, oh, it's not supposed to be racial. Make it racial. This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on Epic the Musical.
Nope. Nope. By the way, Karmelo Anthony was involved in yet another altercation assault at his school back in February, just 2 months.
So look, unless you got something of note to really describe that, y'all categorizing it as assault, that could range from him beating the shit out of somebody to one just getting into a fucking fight. Like, y'all got to pick one with that.
Months ago, there was an incident that an attack that happened or assault that happened back on February 4th that was handled internally. So this kid had a history of being
a black kid.
Yeah.
Would you donate to the white kid then? If we didn't know the races of the people involved, what would you do?
We were always going to know the races of the people. This fanatical journey that you want people to be taken on is really not going to make any lick of sense because of the world we live in. This is not the year 2001, where the only way you're really going to see that shit and find out any further detail is if you turn on the TV and watch the news, whether locally or nationally. This is something you're going to be inundated with the minute you go on any of these social media apps. Even if your algorithm isn't catered to this shit, you will find out about it.
Are there ways that black people have been treated unfairly? Of course. And now we're letting tribalism get in the way of truth. Being black shouldn't mean getting held to a different standard for better or for worse. We can't keep doing this thing where black people are always 100% victims and 0% responsible. We can't fight yesterday's injustice with today's double standard. That hurts.
This is all interesting. You know what? I'm not going to do it yet.
Hurts everyone, including black people. Because if you look for reasons to apply a double standard, others will look for reasons to apply double standard to you.
Correct.
Karmelo killed a kid. He turned a disagreement into a death. He took it from 0 to 100 when he had every chance to walk away. He took a life and ruined his own.
I mean, how do you disagree with that? It's 100% true. By the way, as of the recording of this right now, Karmelo Anthony will be out of prison. And his family will have...
Nigga said Karmelo had better stats. Oh my God. What fucking world is this, bro?
$414,000 more than the family.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how fried are we? 2,000.
Of the more than the family who lost a son.
Also, again, not to be that guy, but I will absolutely love being this guy. Get people to donate money then. Or you, Mr. 300 in debt, put yourself 400 in debt and put 100K on it. Like, what are we doing here? You're not making this better by saying, oh, well, all these people gave money to this guy but didn't give it to this guy. Then tell people to support the person you favor. The fuck?
Here's what was going on at the trial. JD Miles is in the room. The 17-year-old has been jailed since the fatal...
Wait, time out. Say it again.
Of the more than the family who lost a son. Here's what was going on at the trial. JD Miles...
Wasn't a trial, bail hearing. That see. This shit I be talking about. This shit I be talking about. Niggas don't want to listen, bruh. They don't want to listen to me. When I say shit, I just be wrong. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But then when niggas do the shit, all of a sudden it's, oh, well, let me try to explain it like this.
Miles is in the room. The 17-year-old has been jailed since the fatal incident back in a couple weeks ago. Prosecutors only submitted the police report and no witnesses. Defense is questioning Anthony's father about his son. Testified he's an A student and captain of the football and track team. Andrew Anthony says that his sole provider cannot afford the bond amount. Again, he has $500,000. Karmelo Anthony's father testifies that his teenage son will be taken to the family's Frisco home if released on bond. He testifies that he would be responsible for his son, and the judge agrees if the judge agrees to lower the bond and would agree to any conditions. Prosecutors questioning the father about another incident back on February 4th.
Black leftists wouldn't have donated anything if the right didn't make it about race. Oh, yes. Because, you know what's crazy? I kept seeing tweets from, like, big, I guess, leftist accounts where they said, the more y'all promote it, the more y'all tweet and how mad you are about it, the more people find out. And I just thought to myself, well, y'all should probably stop tweeting about this shit. Because the more y'all tweet about it, the more people are going to see it and be like, fuck you, Matt Walsh and the quartering. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. And I'm going to support the black guy. Because when I support the black guy, I feel emboldened. I feel strong. I feel like everything cool.
Prosecutors are questioning Carmelo Anthony's father about the family's Give, Send, Go account. You question about the $412,000 donated so far as the evidence that they can afford a $1 million bond by simply posting the $100,000 without a bail bond company. The father asked, why haven't you bonded him out yet? We don't have access to the money, responds Carmelo's father to the prosecutor about why he hasn't used the $412,000 raised in an online account to pay a $1 million bond. No, he's saying that because he's getting rich off this account because of idiots giving him money. Defense tells Judge Angelina Tucker that maintaining a $1 million bond would be unusual considering a lack of criminal history. Defense attorney says that the family's $400,000 in online donations is simply not a bail fund. The defense is asking for a $150,000 bond for Carmelo Anthony to require an ankle monitor and house arrest. And guess what happens? The judge, a Collin County judge, has agreed now to lower the $1 million bond of Carmelo Anthony to just $250,000, which means that they only need $25,000 in bond to bond him out, which leaves them $380,000 in profit from their online fundraiser as things stand today. Carmelo will be required to wear an ankle monitor and cannot leave the parents' home without permission. That's it. He's free today.
How do you read exactly what is different from what you said?
He's not free. He has to stay at home. He can't go back to school. At least I would hope not. He can't go mingle with his fucking friends unless he gets that shit approved by the fucking judge. And the odds are, depending on the circumstance, he won't be able to get that shit approved by the judge. How did it go so left? That's not what free means. Oh, according to him, that's what free means. But if you thought we were done, we're not. Because as I completely smoke this motherfucker and Anthony Richardson becomes player of the fucking game. No, Randy Moss became player of the fucking game. Oh, he got 5 touchdowns. Definitely is a solid reason to be player of the game. The quartering is still trying his hardest.
You know, a lot of people...
Hardest with what, you may wonder? Trying to get people to give up some money because of his poor business decisions.
You know, it's kind of become a meme on this channel of like, I'm under attack. Like, I get that.
You are. You are completely a meme. And I'm reading the comments immediately. One bad review. People are destroying my business is crazy. If you say Kyle Rittenhouse in the mirror 3 times, he shows up to defend your businesses. I'm not worried about one negative review. Proceeds to make an entire video about a negative review. Bro, rule number 1 of the internet. Never feed the trolls. They're conservatives. So the majority. The casino sends its regards, quarter pounder. The Amazon review has been broken for a long time. Reviews are posted for the wrong product. Fake reviews are all over. I've tried complaining to no end. Most 5-star reviews for Chinese crap are paid reviews. The house always wins. Jeremy sells coffee. When did this happen and why doesn't he ever talk about it? Bought your coffee, didn't like it. It was just a personal thing, not my bag. Gave it to my nephew. Suppose I could have returned it, but my choice, my result. Nothing wrong with it, etc. Just is. Edit, my review was a 4-star for the packaging, and my nephew liked it. Always honest. BRB, leaving 1-star review. That's massively positive. The cookbooks are cringe. Local business to followers out of state and that are worldwide for a business that guarantees delivery outside of the U.S. Somebody has to explain these new word definitions to me. 5-minute product placement. So this is about you, and you wonder why you annoy people? You mean like the way he titled this? My man Jeremy does not want have work a real job in the real world. Jesus Christ, bad grammar. This is an advertisement pretending to be news. So this is like his 3rd time. This is his 3rd fucking time doing this, and he doesn't seem to understand how much this is not enjoyed by his own fucking audience. His own audience sits there and tells him, bro, This is fucking stupid. And he thinks playing into it by just be like, oh, well, I'm just memeing, bro. I'm just memeing, dude. It's just a meme, bro. That's going to get people off his back. It will not. Why won't it, Leon? Well, I'll tell you. When you're sitting there trying to make it seem as if other people are suffering, but they find out it's about you, they're not going to fucking help you. And it's getting a little bit eerie that I'm noticing he's doing this like every week. This video was 3 days ago. He does like one of these every week. So get ready for another one. About 5 more days, get ready for another one. Why? Because he's trying to get people and play on their emotions and prey upon their emotions to get money from them so that he could save his business after he colossally fucked it up. By doing what? Getting $300,000 in debt. My opinion, not a smart business idea. It's just my take on the matter.
And I also understand that I'm probably one of the most annoying people imaginable when it comes to, pushing things.
I mean, if you look at the right side of your screen, that's a pretty good indication.
Like my coffee or, the amazing Trump cookbooks now that have over 100 recipes.
Question, is a margarita book considered a cookbook? Would that be just like a drink book, a liquor book? I don't understand how that could be like I don't understand how that's a cookbook. Or maybe that's just me. Like, really? Maybe that's just me. Maybe. But I don't see that and think, yeah, that makes sense. Cocktail, like it's a cocktail book. It has recipes, but I don't consider that a cookbook unless it has like how to make a baked potato or some shit.
Things like that. But also kind of the people that come after me are so deranged and so weird.
There are people criticizing you for your dog shit promotion, and on top of that, how you're going about lying to save your business from your own stupidity. Like that's not a, oh my God, how evil this man is. That's a, hey, dumbass, go about this a different way because the way you're going about it makes you look fucking stupid.
I never really understand their tactics. So like last week I told you about this Twitter dork that like sent in fake, customer service requests to waste time of my customer service team. There are people, and you guys always respond, by the way. Like you guys went hard on those founders packs. If you have a founders pack, by the way, you're getting the email. You should be getting an email today about when they're coming. They should be shipping. Maggie, when are they shipping?
Still waiting for all the right.
Yeah, we have a few items we're waiting on, but pretty soon. But I get it. I know people get annoyed with the content. Oh, MetaPCs, promo code Rumble. But what I've always wanted to do is build at least one thing that could maybe sustain my family outside of YouTube, which is why I started, Coffee Brand Coffee, which is why I called it Coffee Brand Coffee, instead of calling it like Liberal Tears Blend and then just cashing out, buying, owning the production line.
I wonder how his business is going with the tariffs. Because I'd have to imagine a dropship coffee company is going to have to suffer paying out of the fucking ass. Next soundboard, get a job. Should I put that as part of the sound? I don't know. I don't know if that one should be a part of the illustrious soundboard.
Lines and things like that. This is always the goal, so that I didn't want. Everyone does like dropship coffee. I'm not going to call anyone out in particular, but it's very easy. I could have went to this company in like New York, and they'll handle everything, right? I tell them, here are the stickers I want on the bag. Give me a Colombian, give me whatever, and I would make $10 a bag, and it would be whatever mediocre coffee that is out there.
I mean, it is mediocre coffee.
And I would have made a lot more money doing that. But you don't own anything then. So you spend years cashing out extra money, but you don't own anything. You don't put any blood, sweat, and tears into it. Yesterday alone, we had 3 people doing cupping here of 6 new blends that were working. So it's like grinding the beans, tasting it, providing feedback, getting it re-roasted. This takes a lot of time. So it kind of broke my heart when people who are, who don't care for me decided that, I've been very honest about, hey, our Mother's Day gift box thing on Amazon is the biggest deal.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
Bro definitely denies being a grifter while shilling his terrible coffee on the name of a family that lost their son. Yeah, you did. You kind of did hit the nail on the coffin there. Bro really sat there. It was like, hold up, before we get to this shit, make sure you get my Mother's Day box.
We usually sell out on our own website, but I made a huge gamble of putting it on Amazon and making way less money in hopes of finding more people. Well, reviews are extremely important, and that's why I said, hey, a couple hundred people have bought it already. Please come back and leave a review. Reviews are important. It's how you rank. It's how a normie would buy it. I mean, my coffee is now allowed to be look at, and then look at 555 with pictures, so they actually bought it. So I'm like, what the heck, a 1-star review? Let me look at this, and then look at this thing they wrote all this long, and then they give it a 1-star. And guess what? What a coincidence! This person is not a verified purchaser. I mean, look at the kind of reviews this person leaves. Product engineering fail. Not a good idea. No idea why this product is sold as a.
I could not fucking imagine. No, I didn't watch JoJo Part 7. I could not fucking imagine. This is the equivalent. This is the fucking equivalent to when I make a video and I use one random shitter who says something dumb and I make that like part of the video. The difference is that this motherfucker is like trying to format his whole fucking thing. He's trying to save his business off of one review. Get shit on, my boy. You gotta get shit on, my boy. You gotta do something different, cause this is just SAD sad. This is sad. Or look at the box and tell me it's worth 100. This shit $100. Wait, free delivery overnight, 7 a.m. If you, let's assume that you purchased this at like 1 in the afternoon. This motherfucker just sat there and talked about how we're supposed to be getting shipping updates. So this fucking company ain't even reliable to fucking ship some shit overnight. And you crying about reviews? Oh no. Oh no. God, oh no. Yay. Does he drop ship or does he have a US based factory? I think he has a drop ship company. It's worth 50. Look at this shit. This shit not worth 50. That's one. Hold on. I'll just let this fucker score a touchdown. What is that? A bag of pretzels, a bag of coffee beans, what looks to be either misshaped or 2 bags of honey sticks and 2 bags of coffee. That is not $50. That is $20 to $30. You can get this same thing for $20 to $30 literally anywhere else. Gypsy, the sick part about what you said is he's not getting a chair. Like, sorry. I know you want that as your dream, but unfortunately, reality is often disappointed. Oh. I guarantee you if the races were swapped, there'd be riots. Not saying I disagree. What I'm saying is, how come you people aren't doing anything except sitting on your asses and bitching? You're not civilized because you just came in here randomly saying you hope somebody gets the chair. That's not civilized. It's damn near psychotic. Psychotic in not even a funny way, just a dramatic way. Are you going to ban me then? You desperately want attention for some reason, and I don't have the energy to give it to you? All I can tell you is, you're not really doing too much to me for me to ban you. And Natanya, I know you're trigger happy, but don't do it. Don't give him the satisfaction. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. Or she. Who knows? I don't know how we got to the First Amendment. No one said you couldn't talk. You just can't turn into a bitch once I respond. Like, that's cool. You want to talk. You can. That's free and clear, but you can't. Wait, you can't be a bitch when I respond. That's not fair. You came in hostile. And you expected me to just turn around and just be like, oh, whoa. I get banned from every chat I'm in because of my swastika profile picture. Oh. Well, goodbye. None of that. None of that. I didn't even notice that. Bye. No. Not around here. Hey, I'm cool with y'all coming in here and being like, fuck Carmelo Anthony. Y'all go ahead and take all them profile pictures. Oh, no. Not around here no more. No. I ain't even peeped that. I was just reading. I was dead ass just reading the fucking things he was saying. He said that shit, I peeped. I'm like, wait. Oh no. Get him out of here. Matter of fact, flag on the play. Nazi supporter. We don't like your kind, right? No, we. I ain't even peeped that. Dog, you know what that mean? From now on, behind y'all profile pictures. Y'all got them weird profile pictures, brodies. We can't have those around, brodies. We can't have those around our land. Not in my country, brodies. Not in my country, brody. Hope you're doing well. I mean, we just got rid of a Nazi who was complaining about free speech. I feel like I don't need to say this, but I'll say it anyway. Nazis, bad people. Horrible people. Not cool people. Not at all. Just came by to send the good vibes. Well, we needed it after a Nazi just tried to cry like a bitch and claim that everyone bans me because of my profile picture. And then I looked. Oh. Leon, you don't understand. It's a Roman salute. Uh-huh. Tell that to all the people that got fired for doing it on social media. Leon did his good deed for the day. Technically, it is Tuesday, so I don't have to do anything for the rest of the day. So, well, now we could look at why it's Nintendo's fault for the prices being so high.
When the Nintendo Switch 2 was announced, honestly, I had zero excitement for it. I already have the Switch.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But why would I get excited for something that barely innovates anymore? Why would I get excited for something knowing that I'm going to be paying even more money for games that aren't even as good in quality and storyline as they used to be? I'm more excited to find older games that I've never played before in older consoles that I didn't even know existed, or ones like Monster Rancher that I absolutely love, than to just sit here and be okay with the newer consoles offering stuff that they're saying we should be excited over, especially when a lot of those are just reported games. So this picture is floating around, and it's exactly one of the reasons why I have a problem with the console industry right now. Nintendo is known for being an innovator, and in some ways they still...
Who the fuck told you that? See, y'all let these companies lie to y'all for a drastic period of time. This is hands down the worst console generation. Games coming out, several fucking remasters, price hikes. The graphical quality has reached its peak. I'm sorry. Like, I feel it. I feel like now graphics have reached their peak. I don't think they're getting any better. I don't. Like, it'll be amazing and nice how they look, but I think at the current standing, I think graphics have reached their peak. Unless some new form of technology comes out that makes the shit damn near lifelike, which is essentially where we're at anyway. Mactavius, I appreciate the follow. You still probably buy the remasters. you hold a great opinion. And I'm not going to say you're wrong. I will say you're correct. You're correct in ways you don't even know.
Are, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel as though they fall.
And guess what? I'm still part of it. I can acknowledge this shit.
Who does? It's so impractical. Hey, we got a $23 Scat Pack. Come holler.
I can acknowledge any of this, and you know what I could do after? Still say I'm gonna be paying that $150 for Grand Theft Auto 6, baby, because that game deserves my money. Fucking Mario again, like Mario Kart does not deserve my $90. I could buy ecstasy with that money. Like, you, let me stop.
Fallen behind, and they've stayed behind for a very long time. It kind of puts me in mind of the iPhone or Apple in that regard. You know, the iPhone used to be a thing that everybody wanted. It was sleek.
Oh, them tariffs gonna hit like crack in the 80s. Y'all thought it was bad that the fucking console was $499? Oh yeah, get ready for that 6, buddy.
It was polished, they were innovating, and then Steve Jobs.
Get ready for the $2,000 iPhones, buckos. Cause that's the innovation you really wanted. That's what you really wanted.
Jobs bit the dust, and it's like the brain behind the vision just collapsed, and now Android is lapping them. You got a lot of iPhones, the same price as flagship Androids, or even more. And when you see them showcase new features, these features that have been out for many, many years in Android, iPhone is out here pretending as though it's a brand new thing. Hey guys, I know you're paying so much money just for the quarter-eaten apple on the back of your device, but now you can finally drag and drop. You're welcome. Give us $2,000. Then you have companies like Nintendo doing that incremental shift and releasing consoles with very mild upgrades that are still far behind compared to other consoles and expecting you to pay hand over fist for it. And no, it wasn't because of the tariffs, because the president himself of Nintendo America came out and claimed that the tariffs were not factored into the pricing.
That was then. If that's the case, you wouldn't cancel the pre-orders and say that you're doing it because of the tariffs. You know what? Nah, I haven't been annoyed yet.
Now we're sitting here on April 2nd. It just so happens as we're recording this, the President of the United States right now is announcing his tariffs. You and so many other executives are pulling their hair out, trying to figure out how do I price my products. How did that come into play as you're deciding how to price the Switch 2 here in the United States?
Yeah, as we price the Switch 2, the price we announced today of $449 for the single SKU, we didn't consider tariffs into that equation. We felt that was going to be...
When was this? Was this before or after they canceled pre-orders for a time to still say, hey, this is coming out in June, we're just canceling the pre-orders right now? Which conveniently came after Trump fucking sat there and gave y'all that kid's rendition of what he's doing with tariffs.
Be the right price point for our consumers and the right value proposition.
$500, $550 plus tax, depending on which state you live in. It's not better for your consumers, mon ami.
You will for the device that we're creating.
So there you go, and I figured if that was an actual variable, I'm pretty sure he would have rather used as an excuse to take some of the heat off of them. The thing is, companies like Nintendo have gotten so high off of smelling their own farts because people, we, the audience, have told them for so long, hey, your farts smell so divine. Even when they emit ones that are so disgustingly putrid that they hang in a room like a second atmosphere even long after they leave it. And you know what? I always hold to one principle, or hold on to by one principle, right?
You don't hold to this principle because not only have you probably bought and played several games of the modern generation, you're acknowledging that you're going back into the past to consume said media to then turn around and probably say some shit like, God, where did Nintendo go so wrong?
And it's something that you have to consider as well as a human being or whoever you are living on the earth. People treat you how you allow them to treat you. I've echoed this even in the entertainment industry with the roles that actors take in similar situations, but even more so than that, people treat you how you also treat yourself. If you've shown people that you'll eat slop, that you'll lick up the crumbs desperately that they had picked out of their ass crack and thrown into your face and thank them for their generosity, that's on you. And
you could counter that by making your own slop.
And if other people dare to point that out and make you aware of how you're being taken advantage of and you're making yourself look like a freaking idiot, a lot of you turn around and then get mad at those people and say they're being haters and grifters. Really crazy world we live in. There are people that are so used to being economically abused that they will see these big corporations doing this and not even recognize it. But they'll have such a wicked...
I would make the strongest argument that the people who are the worst with this are the people who bitch about said thing and still buy it. Never letting y'all forget Ben Shapiro talked all that shit about woke Hollywood and paid money for his entire staff to watch the Barbie movie. And then y'all wonder why the Daily Wire is not getting awards for any of the great introspective movies they're making.
Case of Stockholm Syndrome that if anybody points it out, not even really personally to them, but if someone speaks up about what's going on and they don't have Stockholm Syndrome and they're like, hey, I want to get off this ride, I want you to stop treating me like this, the people who have economic Stockholm Syndrome will just outright attack those people who aren't even paying attention to them and start some kind of crusade against the people who are really criticizing the proverbial economic captors. Strange. That's how you know someone is far gone. So anyway, because the populace has gotten used to just accepting everything that's given to them for the sake of comfort, corporations have started leaning into this. And why would they not take advantage of you when time and time again you have allowed them to? I'm not saying that they're not wrong for what they're doing, but they're just taking advantage of a system that we've allowed to work for them. I always like to use the analogy of a toxic partner. You see, the thing is, you've been with Nintendo for a long time, right? Like, Nintendo's the guy, you're the girl.
No. So you know what? I know how to stop this. Look at the chicken I made. Doesn't it look somewhat good? Wouldn't you want to eat it? Wouldn't you want to consume this and put it in your fucking hole that you fucking love? You know, that fucking face hole that you fucking have? You fucking mistake. What flavor did you make? Cajun. I must allow the stereotypes to persist. I know how to make really good chicken. That is the only stereotype that I will allow in my ether. Why? Because I'm amazing. And anybody who wants a plate, they were $5, but since Trump then made them tariffs, $3,000 a plate. Gold nut on the chicken. Gold nut lathered all on the chicken. Yum, 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 yum. Even better is crazy. I can't believe you fucks. Where you imported that chicken? I'm not answering that question. Just give me the money. Clean your stovetop. That's the mark of a good kitchen. When you have a fucking dirty stovetop, that means you put in the time. You put in the time. If your fucking kitchen not at least semi-dirty after cooking, you didn't cook nothing good. You might as well just hit the microwave and just heat it up, bitch. Cause you ain't got nothing else going now. Nothing else. Every Leon chicken is personal. Who was the motherfucker that bothered me while I was trying to showcase Epic the Musical? Shame on you. Shame on your entire existence. Microwave salmon. I'm for some reason almost at 3,000 fucking subscribers because that channel is like the funnest side project because I think tomorrow is the last one that I recorded like over like the past 2 weeks. That was the most consistent I've ever been on that fucking channel. And I love it. When I see the actual chicken and not the chicken wings. What, you want me to behead the fucking chicken as I fucking straddle it with all the things that hold dear? You want the visual of me grabbing the chicken out of the farm and snapping its fucking neck and plucking its wings and searing all of that tender meat down? Is that what you want? You horn dog? Is that? Yes, please. It's crazy. But you know what? I live to appease. Because I try my absolute hardest in the moment to make things out to be more than what they truly are. I want to see you getting sauce on chicken titties. That means two things. Like that in and of itself means two things. And I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Why did everybody say yes? Shut the fuck up. Oh, man. Fuck, I love streaming just random shit. I love the late night streams. The late night streams have no consequence. The late night streams are just me existing in the moment. I'm gonna start streaming at night more often. Fucking, I stream like in the morning and in the afternoon. I gotta start streaming at night more often. I feel like that would be way better for me. Well, shall we get back to it? Shall we continue watching it? Why is this not letting me do the thing? Why? What the fuck? Why am I not allowed to do this? Okay, leave. Okay, go back to this. And then type this in. I'm seeing everyone say yes, but Meaden says no. And I don't necessarily know how to break it to all of you, but like, could you be on at like 5 a.m. my time? No, the fuck I don't. No, the fuck I don't. No, the fuck I don't. I have not been on a stream at 5 in the morning in fuck knows how long. Shut the fuck up, you fucking liar, you fucking mistake of a person. You should be embarrassed. So now stop fucking lying.
And let's say, like, you know, Nintendo was your husband, whatever, and you supported them.
What is this fetish?
When they were broke, you fall in love, support them through bad times, they support you.
I'm not watching the rest of this shit. You got me fucked up. Like, I don't have time for abusive girl fan fiction. Goodbye.